Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech, and we are back from Miner Disrupt 2025 looking at the Canaan Avalon Nano 3. And over here, we have the Avalon Nano 3S, which has some subtle differences we're going to look at in today's video, as well as get it set up and talk about those subtle differences between the old and the newer one, besides this thing being super dusty. And yes, that's a picture of Elvis that you saw there. Canaan, great time. Great dinner over at the Hard Rock. We won this by just answering a few questions, right? They put up a miner, some of their older miners, some of their newer miners, and they asked what the hash rates were, and a number of us yelled at them what the hash rates were, and I just so happened to have won this miner, the Avalon Nano 3. Lucky me. And despite what you think, yeah, I create crypto content, but it wasn't just crypto content creators and educators that got miners. People at the event were able to win stuff. There's free swag, free gifts, and a chance to win. Like, for example, Terra Hosting was giving away an S21. A number of other vendors were giving away Avalon products or Gold Shell products or whatever it might be. So instead of sitting out and not coming to these events and having a good time and meeting some of your favorite content creators, but also getting some knowledge dropped on you from some of the experts in the industry, come get yourself a chance to win something and take something home with you, or just the experience by itself is just so amazing. So check it out next time. But as you can see here, one of my favorite improvements that they made was to the LCD screen. You can see there, it just cycles through a few things like the time, the date, the current hash rate, the logo, as well as what else actually? The IP address, and that's pretty much it, right? Well, on the new one, we get much more than that. So let's go ahead and power this thing on. You got the peel to protect the LCD screen. You got the same front vent that's magnetized, but you can see here, instead of the vent just, pulling off and being exposed right there where we can see the PCB and everything, this one's closed off completely. It feels a little bit lighter actually, but not much. And then this one doesn't come off, but there is a dust filter behind here. You got to pry up with both hands, lifting straight up vertically, and there's a nice little filter there to protect you. Now, looks like we have a input voltage of 28 and then 5 amps. It's a 140 watt max power supply, 6 terahash, plus or minus 5%. This one I'm only rocking, I think we're only doing about 3.9 terahash because I don't have it on the high setting. I know a few of you had some issues with running it on high, so we're just on medium, 3.29 terahash, whereas with this one we could push it to 6 terahash. But let's go ahead and get the power, which should be underneath everything here in order to access it, and it should be a similar power brick to what we already have plugged in here. And you can see that this one is a 140 watt USB type C charger. You could actually use that to power some of your laptops that have type C capability. But this power plug right here gets pretty warm. I like to keep it vertical instead of flat, so that way it's got some sufficient cooling on it, but these things do get pretty warm. They can handle it. I just like to be cautious of it. So underneath the main box and packaging is going to be your power supply, additional information, get started kit, all that good stuff, user manual, and then here's the different power supply. And this is not clear, so we can't see anything. We got a little light there, but we can't see the components or anything like that. That's just black. This one, we can actually see some of the components in it, which I think is pretty cool touch. But it should be basically the same power brick with the same rating. And it might be a different supplier. This one is the model GP141C. And this one, does it have it? Model TP14A1. So different supplier probably. You can see there's the power cable plug, and then your other end is going to be your type C. And besides that, I don't think there's anything else. We're just going to get the power cable out of this box, and then it's just going to be your user manual. And then over here, I saw like a SIM pin to where we can pop something out. Let me take a look. Sorry, I misspoke. That's just the extraction tool to remove like your SIM, like little cards on inside your phone or tray inside your phone. First thing that popped out of this container is this ComFast, I believe, Bluetooth module or Wi-Fi module. Most of these are Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Should provide, capability to communicate and talk to the device. Another thing was a full-on product homepage or product pamphlet. So not just a quick start guide, user manual, but additional information inside this booklet or case right here. And then, of course, a little bit of marketing, not only from Canon, but one of their partner pools that is inside here as well. Besides that, we're just going to connect the Type-C right there. And I don't see anywhere where we need to plug in that USB. Oh, there it is. Boom. And then the extraction tool is right there. I wonder why the extraction tool, what's the extraction tool for? Hang on, let me try that real quick. Feels more like a reset button. You can hear it depressing, kind of like on your router. You would hit that and hold it for a certain amount of time to reset the actual device. So yeah, this bad boy is ready to go. I'm gonna put it right on top of the old. Got a little warning symbol there to let you know this thing pushes out some heat, and let's see what this LCD screen cycles through. All right, powering up. You can see it's saying hi. We're gonna have to use the Avalon family app available on your Apple Play Store, Google Play Store, your Apple App Store. You can see here, please configure the network in the app. So we gotta do that. We can go ahead and peel this off as well. But let me switch over to the app and do that now. You guys should know how to do that. We've done that many times with their family of product. All right, and there we are. We're all set up. Took about 15 seconds. It's not a button anymore. On the original Nano 3, it was a button that you could push, but this one is just like a touch sensor. You can hear the beep. And when you hear that, you're switching to like a watch face or the Avalon logo. And if you hit it again, we're back to square one where we can see the hash rate, you know, what time it is, PM, AM, what day, like it says FR for Friday, March 28th at time of recording, current power draw as it settles in, and then the IP address of the machine. But the Avalon Nano 3S is certainly a cool little product. It's better than its original brother, the Nano 3, more efficient. It definitely had some improvements. As you can see, though, they weren't able to get the Wi-Fi chip within the confines of the space of this device. So you have a little USB dongle, which is cool. You know, the Avalon 3 has that. And if you're not familiar with how to get your device set up in your Avalon family app, check out my Avalon Nano 3, or excuse me, my Mini 3 video where I walk you through those steps. I did leave the cover off because you can see it kind of might restrict because it overlaps some of those holes. I don't know if it's going to make that big of a difference, but I just left it off so that we've got good airflow coming out. All the heat's coming out the front of these guys, intake from the back, and then again in the back we actually have an air filter on this one, whereas on the Nano 3 original we did not. But let me know what your thoughts are. Super stoked that I was able to get my hands on this or win it at the dinner, hanging out with the Canon team and displaying my knowledge of hash rates of some of their legacy and current products. It was a good time with everybody. And don't forget, it's not just content creators that have an opportunity to get devices at these events, but you, the end user, can go out to these events, enter raffles, enter giveaways, communicate, network with these companies, and you might be able to get one yourself or at least get an exclusive discount. Check it out. I'll link this product specifically in the description, as well as some of their other products from Canon, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care.